Do, 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 do. Mhm. Hopefully this is working. Good evening, Reichardt. How are you doing tonight? Hope that you are staying safe out there on the roadway. Okie dokie. Hi, well, I remember the like button. Remember the like button. Oh, welcome, Okie dokie. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. It has been one crazy, 2 day, last 2 days. First week, we had last week we got snow. It was only here for a day, or so, and then it melted and it's all gone. And then the other day, we had a storm that moved through, and it dumped. It was just rain at first, and then the temperature dropped because the cells collided over us. Instead of going to snow, it became freezing rain, and it messed everything up here in Phoenix tonight. Nice and warm. Well, that's cool. You're homesick for Arizona? Okie dokie. Yeah, but we lost. Yesterday we lost power. We lost internet. We still don't have internet. We had it, and then we lost it after around the time the power went out. So I can't. I have two different cell phones in here right now. I'm tethering on my cell phone to actually be online right now. I have it tethered to the my we call it like a netbook. I'm watching you from Denham Springs, Louisiana. It's so doggone cold here. I'm sorry, Reba, but welcome. I'm glad you could be here with us tonight. But I was going to say, but the rest of that is, I don't have 30 questions for tonight. I only have half of it of what was saved on my computer. The rest of it I can't access because I don't have the password available to me for to access the cloud storage. My daughter has it, and she's not here. She's at work, so I can't even get into my cloud storage. Yeah, I know. I should write these things down, but I didn't because she went through and changed all my passwords. Apparently, from what she tells me, having one password for everything in your life is not the right thing to do. So, and I guess that's not really safe. Well, thank you, Reba. Hello, Reba. My third child was born in Louisiana. Susan. Good evening, Susan. Welcome to Music Trivia. Have you heard anything about the news about Chris Watts? Have you heard anything about news about Chris Watts? No. Reba, I will tell you the truth, when it comes to whatever's going on with him, most of it is lies and speculation. So I don't follow it anymore. What happens to him? I know if he's alive still, that's one day he shouldn't be alive. He shouldn't be allowed to even breathe for what he did. Just end him. Love your jail videos on Josh Duggar. Well, thank you, Reichardt. I got a couple more coming out this week. Yeah, F Chris Watts. That's about what basis where I'm at, Reichardt. And all my research and everything else, I packaged it all up and it's gone. Everything, all the documents, all of it. I put it all in a box, and somebody who was writing a book about not just Chris Watts, but family murderers, people who killed their entire families. They're writing a book on it, and all of it is gone. They work for a major news outlet, but they wanted my research and everything else as well. So I made a deal with them. I bet someone gets to him in jail. Susan Courtney. Say hello to Susan Courtney. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes here, and then we're gonna jump into the trivia. Like I said, we only have 15 questions tonight because I can't access the cloud storage, so I only have what I have saved on my computer. So question 16 on is all on the it's stored in the cloud. But our state governor declared a medical emergency. So, my wife, my daughter, my mother-in-law, I got a lot of family that works in healthcare because of the nursing shortages right now and the being short-staffed. The medical emergency declaration from the governor of our state basically suspended any days off or vacations or anything at all. And they basically say, what? You have to work. If you don't go to work, I mean, they can't make you work 7 days a week, but, Jonathan Turkan, good evening. Welcome to Music Trivia. I hope you had a wonderful week. I'm glad you could be here with us tonight. Denise Carr, good evening. Welcome to Music Trivia. Glad you could be here with us. All right, well, let's get this party started with the first question. My daughter is a nurse, and she sees double the patients per day. Yeah, they've actually they're trying to right now where I live, but they're trying to recruit people back to work who've retired. And as long as their medical licenses are still valid, it's pretty scary. My mother-in-law she works 1 day a week, but then she's also but she's pretty much retired. But they asked her if she'd go back to work at the local hospital, and she's like, yeah, what's the compensation? No, that's not enough for me. I'm not doing it. But they would have offered a better compensation plan, she would have done it. All right, let's get into the first question. First question is, before Bleachers and the group, the actual name of the band is called Fun. All right, so before Bleachers, which is the name of a band, and band Fun, Jack Antonoff fronted what band? Was it A, the Antonoff 5, B, Light Steel, C, Steel Train, or D, Austin? Rotary dial. Oh, well, everyone. Okie dokie. I really don't chat much on any channel. Like to listen and learn. Hope that is okay. You're perfectly fine with that rotary dial. And thank you for being here with us tonight. I hope you had a great week. Robin Bowser, sorry, W in there. Welcome to the music trivia tonight. Record, did you say you were from Akron, Ohio? I don't know if I've ever even been to Akron. I think I have. I mean, I've been all over the state of Iowa, in Ohio, and going down that part of the country. I've driven through there. Truck driver. Truck driving Riker. Last week. Before Bleachers and the group Fun, Jack Antonoff fronted what band? I don't know the answer, but my guess is D. Austin? Or I think that's how you pronounce it. That'd be kind of like Boston, but without the B, I guess. Austin. tell you the truth, I've never heard of any of these bands. So, it'd be a shot in the dark, I guess, for me as well. But I happen to have the answer key in front of me, so I know what the answer is. But I've never heard of any of these bands. I've heard of Fun because my son it's one of his favorite bands that he likes to listen to. So whenever we go anywhere in my truck, I just I have a Alexa, so I'll just say Alexa play Fun, which is a which is great because half the time Alexa thinks I'm trying to find the name of a song called Fun, but not the band. The band is called Fun. But are they country bands? I don't know. I don't have a clue. Well, Fun it isn't. No, Fun is they're kind of like. Don't take offense to this, anybody, but this is how I describe it. It's kind of like hipster pop is what I kind of refer to Fun as. Like genre wise music. You know, I've never heard of Bleachers before. All right. So, question number one. Before Bleachers and Fun, Jack Astonoff fronted what band? The correct answer is C, as in cat. Steel Train. Steel Train. Never heard of them. I'm guessing they probably have something on YouTube, but I've never heard of them. Hi. Okay. Yeah. All right. Question number two. Before Phil Collins, who was the lead singer of Genesis? Was it A, Peter Gabriel, B, Pete Townsend, C, Marvin Gaye, or D, Rob Zombie? Streaming from Michigan. Aaron Flick. Good evening. Welcome to music trivia, Aaron. Sheila is streaming from Michigan. I'm looking up my thing here. I'm like, where the hell did that comment go? It was right there. Sarah, good evening. Welcome to music trivia. Camping Mom Life. Welcome. It's cool jack o' lantern. Hey, Rob Zombie was a demon back then. Peter Gabriel seems to be a lot of guesses. Sarah's going with D. Before Phil Collins, who was the lead singer of the band Genesis? Jennifer Hill. Hi there. I love your channel. So enjoy listening to you, especially the skits. Well, thank you, Jennifer. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoy the skits. I have a couple more that are coming out this week. Um, so we'll see. Hopefully you enjoy them. Church of POS. Nurse here, going to retire next month. I don't work for the state. I don't care what they say. Well, I hope you have Church of POS. I hope you enjoy your retirement. The skits suck me right in. Well, good. I'm glad you enjoy it. Rob Zombie is still a badass. He's got a really interesting house too. Before Phil Collins, who was the lead singer of Genesis? Aaron is now I'm here. If betrayals to you. White Zombie? Just guessing. I have no clue who that band is. Genesis? Genesis was really big in the 80s. All right, question number 2. Before Phil Collins, who was the lead singer of Genesis? The correct answer is A, as in apple. Peter Gabriel. Peter Gabriel was the lead singer of Genesis before Phil Collins. White Zombie was his band with his brother. When they broke up, he became Rob Zombie. I did not know that, Aaron. Thank you. I watched a really interesting documentary about him and his life and how he comes up with his music, the idea of how his what he does when he is writing and producing music or rewriting a script for like Halloween, the movies and stuff that he's directed. I mean, in a nutshell, he's always been into like horror, movies and flicks and and stuff like that. But when he was a little boy, growing up, he would start watching television in the morning, and if he didn't have to go to school, he would watch television all day long until it turned off at night. He'd watch like the Farm Report and everything that he could possibly watch because he was studying just how they did things and how they put things together. Sledgehammer. Yep. Thanks. Been doing this for 30 years. It no longer is what it signed up for. I'm sorry about that. All right. Question number 3. What film did the Clash's Joe Strummer direct, starring some of his bandmates? Joe Strummer from the band The Clash. He directed this movie, and some of the other members of the Clash are in the movie with him. What is the name of the actual movie? Is it A, Cops and Robbers, B, Good Cop Bad Cop, C, Runner, or D, Another Story? What is the name of the movie that Joe Strummer directed and starred in, along with I think there's 3 of the other members of the Clash in there, or 2. Maybe it might just be 2. And I have not seen the entire movie. I have only seen bits and pieces, video clips of it on YouTube, and you can watch this on YouTube. What was the correct answer for question 2? Question 2 is A. A is an apple. Peter Gabriel. Susan, maybe B. Brightcart, I'm going to guess C. Excuse me. I have to kind of keep an eye on the battery life. I tried tethering this thing and putting my phone on. It's got a wireless charging dock. You just set the phone on it and it charges it. But I couldn't get it to connect to it with and tether when it was on the dock. So it's just sitting on the desk right now, and then I have my other cell phone sitting next to it. Okie dokie is going to guess. I'll guess C. Runner. Rockart is 1 for 1. My guess was always B when I didn't know the answer. Sometimes right. But I moved it back to question 2 so you guys can see it again. All right. So this is the question we're on. We're on question number 3 right now. What film did the Clash's Joe Strummer direct, starring some of his bandmates? Is it A, Cops and Robbers, B, Good Cop, Bad Cop, C, Runner, or D, Another Story? No cement shoes to copy from. Him and Melissa must be busy. Cement shoes is MIA. He's definitely missing in action right now. Don't know where he is. As I said, maybe him and Melissa are busy. I don't know. What movie did Joe Strummer direct? He's in the movie too. The brains of trivia. Of the trivia. What movie did Joe Strummer direct and have some of his bandmates in? The correct answer to question 3 is A. Yes, the movie is called Cops and Robbers. Um, I wouldn't say that it's a high budget movie. It's definitely not. I've seen lower budget movies, but I mean, it seems to be tastefully done from the video clips that I found on YouTube of it. But A as in apple. Good evening, Hazel. A as in apple. Cops and Robbers. You you can find it on YouTube. Just put in Joe Strummer and then movie, and it'll come up. My Dallas Cowboys lost today. Dak tried to make a play with 0 seconds. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry about the Cowboys. I didn't get to watch anything today, any football at all. Right, Cart? We didn't have any internet. We have nothing. We were happy we got power back though, because we were worried about how long the stuff in the freezer was going to be able to hold. But if it wasn't for T-Mobile right now, that's what I'm using for the internet. But I'm sorry about your Cowboys. They had a hell of a good run. They for the first time they made at least the postseason, first round of the playoffs. So they got a lot of good talent on the team. All right, moving on to question 4. The question number 4: Michael Jackson spent $600,000 to make the video Thriller. What band beat Thriller out for Video of the Year and only cost $9,000 to make? Was it A, Madonna's Material Girl, B, Devo, Crack That Whip, C, Prince's 1999, or The Cars, You Might Think? Yeah, it happens, right, Cart? More than we like, because we live in a subdivision that is actually outside of the city itself. Because it's kind of weird how it is. It's like here's the town, and and the business center, and then the houses are all obviously around all that. We live outside of the area, and the subdivision we live in, it originally was meant to house nothing but scientists and engineers and stuff like that. And but they all moved out, and so then there was like this. They were going to build other houses around here, but they never got to it. And a lot of the property around here is owned by the federal government. So it happens. When things go bad, they go bad. Split on A or C. 49ers won today. Yeah, I saw that. I get the alerts from the NFL on my phone. Yeah, so who do they play next then? The Rams, or who? I don't know. The Rams play today or tomorrow. It was kind of weird. It threw me for a loop that there's an NFL game tomorrow on Monday on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, federal holiday, and the NFL's playing. Apparently, the NFL doesn't care about federal holidays. You're outside the grid. Yeah, sort of. We're we're not off the grid. I mean, we're on the grid. It's just if I try to explain how this city is set up, um, it'd be confusing as hell. But in a nutshell, Rykart, where I live, there is no street that goes one from one end of town to the other. There's no straight lines at all because they wanted to make it as confusing as possible in case the Russians ever attacked this area. They would never be able to just drive straight into the town and take it over. I'm not kidding. The government, the federal government, built this entire town, and they did it up. And the way they laid it out is so bizarre. You'll never find any place like this anywhere. 49ers are going to freeze. Buffalo won too. Teacup Lover is guessing B. And welcome to Music Trivia, Teacup Lover. I'm guessing it's supposed to be Lover. 49ers go to Green Bay. Ooh, boy. In January? I'm a season ticket holder to the Packers. Not just me. I mean, our entire family is. Oh, that's where they had German scientists at where you live, Will. Yeah. Um, most of the streets around here where I live are named after German scientists like Oppenheimer, or Atomic, or they have either a scientist name, from the rocket program to something nuclear, in variation. In each and every street, you go to a street corner, there's a little plaque at every corner, of where a street starts, and it tells you, some history of why that street, is named that street, who that name, where it comes from. D. Okie dokie is going with D. Freddie Fender. Wasted days and wasted nights. He had a great voice. Freddie Fender. I wonder what his son's doing these days. His son is the actor who played Fred in all of the Scooby Doo movies. That's Freddie Fender's son. Well, that's where they have. Exactly, they are going to freeze when JS goes. Go Pack, go. We always say, go Pack, F the Bears. All right. So Michael Jackson spent $600,000 to make the video Thriller. What band beat him out for music video of the year? It only cost $9,000 to make. The correct answer for question 4, ladies and gentlemen, is D as in dog. The Cars. You Might Think. That's the name of the song, You Might Think. But that video only cost them $9,000 to make it, and it beat out Michael Jackson's Thriller. And if you watch the two videos side by side, you have to think that that the Video Music Award, the MTV Music Video Awards, are fixed because it's not very creative. I mean, it's interesting video. The Cars, you might think video, but compared to Michael Jackson turning into a werewolf, and all these other things, all the special effects and and makeup and dancers and everything else, with the money he spent on that video, and then to watch it lose to something like the Cars video. All right, question number 5. I don't even remember that song. Someone sing it. A lot of people think that the song by the Cars, You Might Think, they think they what's the best way to put this? They think that the song is You Might Think I'm Crazy. They think that's the name of the song, but it's not. The Cars video does look generic, but the music is what counted then. Yeah, I'm sure that played it in a huge part of it. It wasn't for song of the year; it was for video of the year, though. All right, question number 5. What singer founded the Mutt Nation Dog Rescue Organization? What singer founded the Mutt Nation Dog Rescue Organization? Was it A, Britney Spears, B, Mariah Lambert, C, Keith Richards, or D, David Bowie? Which singer founded Mutt Nation Dog Rescue? Moments in Training, good evening. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining us tonight. What singer founded Mutt Nation Dog Rescue Organization? In case you're not familiar with Mutt Nation, the dog rescue organization, they did a lot of work, especially after Hurricane Katrina and some of the other natural disasters, in moving dogs, and rescuing dogs and moving them to other locations and getting them fixed and and neutered, and then bringing them back to where they were before, and adopting a lot of them out. It's kind of a grassroots nonprofit organization. I think they're nonprofit. I'm not sure though. Everybody's guessing B so far. Thank you, B. Hazel's going with B as well. What singer founded Mutt Nation Dog Rescue Organization? Do, 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 do. All right. The answer to question number 5. What singer founded Mutt Nation? The correct answer is B, as in boy, Mariah Lambert. Mariah Lambert founded. Okie dokie. Oh my God. Cruella de Vil. I don't think she did it, but it's funny though. Love the Sun. Good evening. Well, in chat, oh, good. I haven't missed many questions. No, we were only on number 5, but we only have 15 tonight, sweetheart. So, so we have 10 more. I can't get into my cloud to actually get the rest of the questions. Question 16 on. So we only have 15. KC is kicking Steelers' butts. You keep saying Maria, but it's Miranda. But did I say Maria Lambert? Oh, I'm sorry, Miranda. You're right. I'm sorry about that. That's a plus 10 correct answers. All right, question number 6. Get my thing over there. All right. Though made most famous by Ike and Tina Turner, "Proud Mary" was first recorded by who? Who first recorded the song "Proud Mary"? Was it A, Dolly Parton, B, Boston, C, CCR, Creedence Clearwater Revival, or D, Bruce Jenner? Who recorded the song "Proud Mary" first? A lot of people going with C. Hazel's going with B. Though made most famous by Ike and Tina Turner, "Proud Mary" was first recorded by who? Mary Magdalene. Okie dokie is stepping up for Inner Peas, who is MIA as well. All right, question number 6. Though made most famous by Ike and Tina Turner, "Proud Mary" was first recorded by who? It was first recorded by CCR. The correct answer is C, as in cat. Creedence Clearwater Revival. All right, question 7. Singer, songwriter, and Grammy winner Post Malone said in 2019 he has eaten at this one restaurant more than any other. Which one is it? Is it A, KFC, B, Olive Garden, C, Burger King, or D, Taco Bell? Post Malone said in a 2019 interview that he has eaten at this one restaurant more than any other. Which one is it? Lisa, good evening. Welcome to Music Trivia. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Red card's going with D. Moments of Trading is guessing D as well. Church of POS is going with D. D because Taco Bell is one of his sponsors. Is it? I don't know. D, he likes hot sauce. I think A, but D. I saw him on Hot Ones with Sean Evans. So I know he likes hot sauce. That is true. I didn't know that he was sponsored by Taco Bell though. Face is tattooed. Yes, he is. He's got face tattoos. That takes some serious, courage to tattoo your face. Bob's Big Boy. I miss Bob's Big Boy. We used to have one here, but they closed down about it's got to be at least 5 years, 6 years now since they closed up. We used to have a Perkins and we used to have Bob's Big Boy. Both of them closed up shop. Courage or stupidity? Yeah, it's one of the two. Your granddaughter is a permanent makeup artist. Does she do? But she does like eyebrows and stuff like that, as opposed to what Post Malone does. But that's cool. Are A and D co-owned? A and D, KFC, Taco Bell. Uh, I don't know. To tell you the truth, I don't know the answer to that one. Bob's Big Boy is extinct now. That's sad. Hazel Turner is going with Olive Garden. Yes, brows, lips, etc. That's cool. I know some ladies who had their eyelashes, eyebrows done. Buffalo Wood Wings owns D, I think. I worked at a combination KFC Taco Bell once. That's cool. We have a lot of those here. Like we have Burger King and Long John Silver's, or KFC and A&W. They're like the two places are in one building, one drive-through. Yum Corporation owns KFC and Taco Bell. Well, now we know. Thank you, Moments in Trading, for the information. I've had brows too. I love them. Post Malone is cool. All right. So the answer to question number 7, which restaurant has he eaten at more than any other one? The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, is B, as in boy, Olive Garden. He said that Olive Garden is his favorite place to go eat. And his main thing that he likes to eat there is the chicken parmesan, and he loves the endless salad bowl. that he can just eat salad. But that in 2019, he said he's eaten at Olive Garden more than anything else. And whenever he's on the road, he can always pop into an Olive Garden and eat there because he knows that the food's going to be the same and it's consistent for him. So I want to try Popeye's chicken. I hear it's good. I've never tried Popeye's. Love the Sun. Yeah, I would be interested in trying their chicken sandwich as well. We don't have many chains like that, like Popeyes. We don't have Chick-fil-A or anything like that here either. We got a lot of the bigger like McDonald's and Burger Kings and stuff like that. They're everywhere. So are Subways. Hell, you can throw a rock in this town, you probably hit a Subway or a Jersey Mike's. They're everywhere. I love that you can buy the Olive Garden dressing at Sam's Club. Yeah, we don't have Sam's Club here, but I didn't know that. We have Walmart. We have every town has a Walmart. At least it feels like it around here. All right, moving on to question number 8. How many members of the musical band Kiss did their makeup to look like a cat? How many members of the band Kiss did their makeup to look like a cat? Is it A, 4, B, 3, C, 2, or D, 1? Kroger has it, and maybe Walmart too. The Kroger Family Groceries here is called Fred Meyer's stores, but we have Kroger here, grocery stores. I go to Fred Meyer's quite a lot because it's really convenient. Kind of like Walmart because it's one stop shopping. I can get everything at one. But in order to get to Walmart is the closest one to me is about 19 miles. So, but the Kroger Fred Meyer store is about 6. So it's a lot closer to the Fred Meyer. D D D D A D D D D D. Okie dokie or E0. They are all allergic to cats. Right card's going with D. How many members of the band Kiss did their makeup to look like a cat? Good evening, Lieutenant RN. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining us tonight. Lieutenant RN is going with D as well. We have Costco, Walmart, Winco, Fred Meyer's, all within a few blocks of each other. We have all of those stores here. Winco is about 6 miles from me. Costco is about the same distance as Walmart because they're in another town over from me. But with Costco, we never go to the store. We never go to Costco. But they have home delivery. So we just go online and order whatever we want from Costco, and then a couple hours later, it shows up on our front steps. So, how many members of the band Kiss did their makeup to look like a cat? Trying to fill in for inner peace. You're doing a great job, okie dokie. Popeye's spicy and chicken sandwiches are delicious, Will. Reichardt, I would love to try one. I just don't know where the nearest one is. That how far away the nearest one would be to me. So I'll look. The nearest one to me is 259 miles away. Yeah. It's quite a drive to get a chicken sandwich. 259 miles away from me is the nearest Popeyes. That's how far it is from my house to Spokane, Washington. It's the closest one. How come Will can grovel? Yeah, I do like Popeyes. I'm the only one here who likes fried okra, though. I like okra. Even not fried. I like it just you know right out of the garden. I grow it every year. I grow chard, celery, chard, celery, collard greens, and okra and hot peppers. That's what I grow in my raised garden bed. My wife, she tries to grow tomatoes or corn, but it's always some kind of tomato. And then we end up with so many tomatoes, and I end up having to can them or turn them into sauces and then can them. So, okie dokie, you did a great job, my friend. Good evening, Inner Peas. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for joining us tonight. Do you live in a bunker inside of a mountain, Will, or just joking? No, I don't live in a bunker inside of a mountain. Um, I live the entire area where I live at Reichardt was built by the federal government as part of the Manhattan Project, and that's pretty much the claim to fame for this place. It did. There's a lot of scientists and stuff now. They've moved more away from that to um, the defense industry now. A lot of that here, but all right. How many members of the band Kiss did their makeup to look like a cat? The correct answer is D. One. Only one. Peter Criss. Peter Criss did his makeup to look like a cat. He was the only one. All right. Question number 9. What Rolling Stones song title is also a restaurant chain? What Rolling Stones song title is also a restaurant chain? Is it A, Ruby Tuesday, B, IHOP, C, Butterfield, or D, Jumping Jack Flash? The 3 are allergic to cats. A, A. Well, a lot of A's. Guess we know our Rolling Stones, huh? Susan is guessing D. Waffle Waffle House. What Rolling Stones song title is also a restaurant chain? Lieutenant RN's going with A. Ruby Tuesdays. We know our restaurant chains. Denny's and the Jets. Oh, dun, dun, dun. That's funny. Not Benny and the Jets. Not even a Rolling Stone song. Sarah Pergham. Now I'm hungry. Inner Peace is no longer MIA. Nope. Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Oh. What Rolling Stone song title is also a restaurant chain? The correct answer for question number 9 is A as in apple, Ruby Tuesday. Ruby Tuesday is the correct answer for question 9. Good job, everyone. Well, everyone that guessed that. Question 10. John Mayer wrote a song about which law of physics? Is it A, motion, B, gravity, C, heat, or D, fluid dynamics? John Mayer wrote a song about which law of physics? E, law of attraction. Aaron, just look at it. B, welcome, Aaron, just look at it. Welcome to Music Trivia. Glad you could be here with us. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I'll use a lifeline and ask the audience and go with B. LOL, my dogs heard that ring. Yeah, my front door ring bell ring. Sorry about that, Aaron. John Mayer wrote a song about which law of physics? That's an option too. Copy off of her. Yeah, hit that like button if you enjoy this. I'd appreciate it. All right, John Mayer wrote a song about which law of physics? The correct answer is B as in boy, gravity. Gravity. All right, question number 11. Who was referenced in Cher's first single? We are looking for a reference that was in her very first single when she started her recording career. Not her first hit single, but her very first single. Was it A, Ringo Starr, B, John Lennon, C, Elvis Presley, or D, Richard Nixon? Tricky Dicky. Who was referenced in Cher's very first single? Elaine, Ann, good evening. Welcome to the music trivia. Sorry, I just happened to glance up and saw Inner Peas said E, Sonny Bono. But welcome to everybody who just joining in with us now. Hey, who is Cher? I don't know who she is. I don't even think she knows who she is. I thought it was F, Babe. I only know one name on this list. You only know one of them? Well, Tricky Dicky, Richard Nixon, he was the president of the United States. Elvis Presley, well, he is a couple people may have heard a couple of songs that he's written. John Lennon was with the Beatles, and so was Ringo Starr. So, but who did Cher reference in her very first single? Cher is Cher. Yep. Gypsies, Tramps, Tramping Thieves. I've got that album. Cher self-titled album. Cher. I love the movie Mask, where Cher is the Mask's mother. Yeah, that was a good movie. Kind of a tearjerker, but it was still a good movie. She always called him Ringo. I'm old. I know who Elvis is. Yeah, Sam. Sam Elliott. Yeah, I knew it. You got it, Aaron. Sam Elliott. Yeah, he's got it. Man, I would love to have a voice like his, though. That deep, raspy voice of Sam Elliott. Eric Stoker from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Was he in Mask as well, or was he the boy? Was that Eric Stoker? I remember his part on Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That's a classic. He said he trained himself to get that voice. Wow, didn't know that. That's cool. Because he definitely has a voice that you remember. If you hear it once, you'll know it again. He was the star in Mask. Wow, okay. I didn't know. I don't remember what character, who actually played the character, the boy itself. All right, who was referenced in Cher's very first single? Excuse me. The correct answer is A as in apple, Ringo Starr. Yes, I say young and old Elvis. You've seen both? Talk about an interview for the Lady Gaga movies, Shallows. It was a pretty sad movie. Rocky was his name. Stephanie Fisher, good evening, by the way. Welcome. I hope you had a wonderful week and weekend. All right, question number 12. What do all of the what do all following have in common? What do all of the following have in common? Cher, Drake, Taylor Swift, the Beatles, and Prince. What do all of them have in common? Is it A? They all made millions of it should be off songs, not of off songs they didn't write. B, they all replaced members of their band before making it big. C, they replaced themselves at the top of the charts. Or D, they all love cherry soda and bubblegum. What do all of the following have in common? Cher, Drake, Taylor Swift, the Beatles, and Prince. Hmm. They all eat at the Waffle House. I say E with your inner peas. Left hand RN is going with C. Are you taking off, Stephanie? Well, thank you for stopping in. You have a terrific week, Stephanie. Thank you again. Prince just saw that he did all his stuff up at 15 and up. He wanted to own his own stuff. Hmm. Guessing B. Okie dokie is C. Elaine is going with A. Susan. Trophy. What do all of the following have in common? Cher, Drake, Taylor Swift, Beatles, and Prince. What do they all have in common? All right, question 12. What do all of those stars have in common? The correct answer to this is they all replaced themselves at the top of the charts. They all had a song out that was number one at the time, and their next single came out and replaced themselves as the number one song. So they already had a number one song, and then they released another song, and that replaced the other song. It's the only time it's ever happened is with these people, with Cher, Drake, Taylor Swift, Beatles, and Prince. It's never happened with any other musical bands, artists. It's never happened except for with Cher, Drake, Taylor Swift, Beatles, and Prince, where the music came out and they replaced themselves on the top of the chart with another song. All right, question number 13. Johnny Cash, besides holding concerts at San Quentin prison, what else made these concerts special and almost impossible to complete? Was it A, Johnny had warrants for his arrest at the time? B, all the guards had to agree? C, bringing 100 people into a prison? Or D, setting up a recording studio behind bars? Hoping the answer wasn't that they dated the same person. Oh, oh wow. That would have been interesting, huh? Johnny Cash, besides holding concerts at San Quentin prison, what else made these concerts special and almost impossible to complete? He had warrants. He had to get all the guards to agree. He was bringing in a lot of people, or they were setting up a recording studio behind bars. Chris Watts was giving Bible studies. Yeah. Jokey's going D. And it's going with C, but her hubby is saying D. Hmm. Rotary's going with C. All right. Question number 13. Johnny Cash, besides holding concerts at San Quentin prison, what else made these concerts special and almost impossible to complete? Elaine, Eileen, Eileen, you can tell your hubby he was right. The correct answer is D. D as in dog. They set up a complete mobile recording studio inside of the prison to record the San Quentin album um, initially, along with all the masterings and everything else. All of the equipment had to be brought into the prison to record that album and the other songs that he was actually doing for the actual convicts. There in the prison, inmates, whatever you want to call them. But D as in dog is the correct answer. It was a logistics nightmare. By today's standards, nobody would try to do something like this. That kind of equipment that they moved in there. Today we can probably record the entire thing on a phone or some one laptop, but they brought all of that in. Okay, question number 14. The iconic music venue CBGB stood for what? A. Cold beef, good beef. B. Country bluegrass blues. C. Come back, goodbye. Or D. Cold burger, great bye. Why? How was he allowed to do that in prison? Um, why did he do it? Well, he did it because he wanted to you know do it for the inmates. He didn't. There wasn't like anything special about it. He just wanted to do the concerts in there, and he said, "Hey, while I'm doing it, why don't we just set up a recording studio and do it?" The record company was like, "Oh hell no! Do you know how hard it's going to be to bring all this equipment in? How did he get away with it or do it? He was Johnny Cash, and they pretty much didn't ever tell him no. He had been there. But what did the iconic music venue CBGB stand for? Susan's going with B. Left-hand RN. B. Gotta go, but thanks and good night, all. You too, Sarah. Thank you again. You have a wonderful week ahead. Rewarding prisoners. Denise is going with B. You can watch his prison shows on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, you can watch a lot of like there's a really good documentary. I don't know if it's on YouTube or if it's on it's not on Spotify, but it's like on Venmo or some I can't remember the name of the company. But there's a documentary, the making of a San Quentin album. That actually and it's amazing the amount of stuff that they had to bring in, and then sound engineers and everybody else to record that entire concert live. It's amazing that they even allowed them to even do it. You can watch the prison shows on YouTube. Yeah, BALOL. Excuse me. I think it's on Netflix. Fran, good evening and welcome to Music Trivia. We only have 15 questions tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So in case you're joining us and just finding it we're on number 14. We only have 15 questions because I can't get into my cloud storage. And my daughter's the only one with the password and she's at work. My daughter works for me as social media management. She doesn't just do it for me. She actually works for, well, there are three of us now that different channels that she works for, taking care of the social media aspects of our YouTube and podcasts and stuff like that. Sorry, I was driving. Have you ever pulled up the Old American Bandstand show? They were fun to watch. Pulled them up. I mean, I watched them as a kid. I used to love watching Solid Gold and American Bandstand. That they were on Saturday nights when I was a kid. Do you have a podcast? We do. Well, me and my wife used to do it together. It's called the Taco Podcast. But now it's just me. But we're working on a deal with Spotify to have it on Spotify, and it'll be hosted from. I got to pull it up. And Anchor. That's the Spotify's hosting server for their podcast. Soul Train. But Taco Podcast, like tacos. Taco isn't the thing you eat. I'm the only person I know who has never gotten a ticket after driving for this long. Well, I like my favorite murderer. Oh, Mel, I'm sorry. Welcome, Mel. Sorry for missing tonight's live. Well, life gets in the way, Mel. I understand that. Okie dokie, stick on it. Oh, fun to watch the singers and bands of the time. Yeah. So, what did the iconic CBGB stand for? The correct answer is B, as in boy, country, bluegrass, and blues is what CBGB stood for. Although 99% of the music they played there was not country, bluegrass, or blues. And it quickly went to almost all rock and roll or heavy metal. Bands like the Ramones played there quite a bit, but they did have some, here and there. Yeah. other types of music, but they went pretty much in that direction because that's what filled the venue. All right, yes, that's true. Better late than never. All right, question number 15, the last question for tonight. 15. A lot of songs have been written about cities and towns, villages around the world. What location can lay claim to being the most written about and sang about? Is it A, Sunset Strip, B, the Hollywood Sign, C, Rodeo Drive, or D, 8 Mile Road in Michigan? What location has been sang about and written about the most? Sunset Strip, Hollywood Sign, Rodeo Drive, or 8 Mile Road? A. A lot of A's. I would guess A. Says okie dokie. A, because everyone is choosing A. Shoot, I forgot you were on. A lot of songs have been written about cities and towns and villages around the world. What location can lay claim to being the most written about and sang about? Inner peace with E. Silicon Valley? Don't cheat on my paper, I'm guessing. Copy off each other if you want. A lot of songs have been written about cities and towns and villages around the world. What location can lay claim to being the most written about and sang about? The correct answer for question number 15 is A, as in Apple, the Sunset Strip. Sunset Strip in California has been written about and sang about, mentioned the most in songs, more than any other place in the world. LOL, in a piece. I used to live there when it was cherry orchards and cute little fixer uppers. Didn't cost 1.5K. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem are going to be performing on the Super Bowl. This Super Bowl, really? Huh. I didn't know that. I would like to see Dr. Dre and Snoop. Not much of an Eminem fan. I mean, there's some he's got some songs that I like Berserk. Um, the video's got for Berserk. It's got Jesus Christ. Now I'm drawing a blank on his name. Rubin, Rick Rubin. Rick Rubin is in the video for Berserk by Eminem. Best Super Bowl halftime show is Tom Petty. Hmm. Got to drive my grandson home. Thank you, Will, and Inner Peace. Well, thank you, Okie dokie. Thank you as well for your witty comments tonight. I appreciate it. And you have a great week ahead. Okie dokie. Uh, Another entertaining music trivia night. Nice to come and chill to a friendly and drama-free channel. Well, thank you, Love the Sun. I appreciate that. Prince was great too. Now they are. Rest in peace. Yeah, for Prince. Yeah, it was a tragedy, wasn't it? The loss of Prince. We needed another Duggar parody. Um, this week, Fran, I've got one that's already done. I just have to finish editing it. But I have another one that'll be out this week. I'm not sure which, if I get time to edit it tonight, it might be out tomorrow. I doubt it though, because tomorrow is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So I have plans to, with a group of us, we're going to go to a memorial. We have one of the local colleges here has a statue of Martin Luther King, but we're gonna we'll gather and lay flowers at the memorial for Martin Luther King. Duggar Perry's make me laugh so hard I thought I broke a rib. I'm sorry. Don't break a rib. I really enjoy your trivia lives, Will. You always make them so interesting. Well, thank you, Mel. I appreciate that. Prince's father used to beat him up all the time. That's sad. Good night, Rotary Dial. And you have a great week. Thank you for stopping in and playing trivia with us tonight. I know this is not the full version like we normally have, but well, thank you, Denise. Good night, Hazel. Oh yeah, Martin Luther King Jr. Day tomorrow, guys. Yep, Denise, you have a great week as well. Thank you for stopping and playing, trivia with us tonight. Elaine, Anne, good night. Good night to you and to your hubby for, playing along with us tonight. I hope you both have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you. Well, I'm going to wrap it up there and say goodnight to everybody before my phone dies here because I'm tethering the phone in the tablet. But I hope everyone enjoyed this, and I hope that you all have a terrific week and stay safe out there. Until next time, thank you. I'm going to cruise on YouTube. Peace. Peace, Fran. Peace to you as well. Rykart, you stay safe out there on those crazy roads. A lot of dumb people out there. Dang it, Janie Pernell Fox. I just made it. Had to finish with IG. Oh. Well, you can watch and rewind, Janie. But you have a